Hi guys, and welcome back for episode 3 where I'm going to show you sweating, gathering, and my $15 build. This is sweating. Sweating's just using the tool, the sweat tool you see me holding, to gather sweat off mobs to make mind force and summon mobs, and vibrant sweat does all sorts of stuff. It's worth about 1.5 to 1.2 PEDs, 1,000 sweat. And you'll see here in a little bit I'll open up my inventory, and it takes a long time to get 1,000 sweat, but this is a way to make free PEDs in this game if you're willing to sit back and enjoy the sweating with all these people. As you can see, this is probably a good place to meet newer and more veteran players. So gathering is a little bit different. You just kind of walk around, and when I say walk, I literally mean walk, like not running, but put your character in walk mode and literally walk around looking for fruits and rocks. So you can pick up dung. You can pick up all sorts of stuff. If you're walking around, you can see it. If you don't take the time to perceive it, your character actually can't find anything on the ground. So you have to walk around and kind of look for it. I found out doing this video that gathering's not something you can just like walk around and do unless you have hours of fruit. I didn't find anything. I looked for maybe about 3 hours total and I found nothing. The day that inspired this video with the whole, oh, I should show people how to like sweat and gather, I found 2 finds in less than like 10 minutes. I got lucky here and picked up a couple different kinds of, so I thought I'd start here. I actually looked in a couple other spots and couldn't find anything. Here in a sec I just found a screenshot of what it looks like when you find like a fruit or something on the ground so that you have an idea, because I didn't actually find anything. But I hope it gives you an idea of kind of what you're looking for. Here we go. There's just like a watermelon thing sitting here. There's all sorts of different kinds of fruits, rocks. Like I said, you can pick up poop. Doesn't really matter, but you have to be walking like I'm walking right here in the video to actually perceive it and be looking at the ground like I'm, like looking around for it. You'll hear a funky little ba-dum kind of noise, like when your character sees something out of the norm, and if you hear that noise, usually I just start walking around and looking. But anyways, enjoy the gathering video where I found nothing. For the next part of the video, I'm just talking about what the value of PEDs actually are. Anytime you see a value of PEDs, if you move the decimal to the left, it shows you the dollar value. So if you have 20 PEDs and you move the decimal to the left, it becomes $2. So that's what it's actually worth in real life currency. Here, coming up in the next part of the video, you're going to see me looking at the auction house, and I'll explain markup and buyout. Anytime you look at an item's information, it'll show you the value of the item. That is its TT value. That's what it's worth if you just sell it to a trade terminal. Now, markup is what it's worth extra on top of that to the market, and buyout is the total of what you pay for the item after you add the markup to the value. We're not really going to go into much detail about the auction house in this video. I just want to kind of show it to you in a couple shots here and, give you a couple frames so that you can look at, what it looks like, where the percentages and markup of TT value versus PEDs or percentages is at, what the actual value of the item is worth versus the buyout, and those sort of things. But I think the auction house is something you need to explore yourself a lot. I have spent lots and lots of hours looking at items on the auction house, and the best way to be informed and to know the value of items or kind of what you're looking at is just to look at it a lot, not even buy things, but you know, just to look at it. So I broke the $15 build into two different builds. One's just a little bit cheaper, and it's meant for a little bit newer player, someone who wants to explore a little more and have more PEDs to spend on things like clothes or maybe a different vehicle. The long-term build is for a player who's more invested in wanting to hunt and wants items that they can keep around long-term. The healing chip versus the healing tool is a little bit cheaper in my mind because it uses universal ammo, and so do your guns and other items, so you can use it in conjunction in the same ammo pool. But later on it can differ. Healing tools can actually be much better, but to start off with, like if you started using the S10 from the beginning, it would be really expensive, and you could be spending like $3 every, you know, 8 hours on it, and you don't want to be doing that. So the cheaper build, all it lets you do is skill off TT healers instead of using the chip. In the other build, you would actually buy a chip from the auction house to heal with. For me, the two most important items are the way you travel and the way you heal. How much you can heal per click is going to let you know what you can actually fight. And with the chip, that universal ammo conjunction with everything else for me makes it a lot simpler, but it also doesn't cost that much ammo to heal, whereas sometimes tools can break down quite a bit quicker, but they have better abilities too. Some tools actually have HOTS combined to them. This is my ship, the Kraka. This was the ship I picked out instead of the Slipnir. It's just a 30 PED ship. There's a couple different kinds. I think there's like a Lancer. It's just like, it looks like a hovercraft kind of helicopter. There's actual helicopters and hoverboards. You'll see another vehicle in the distance here in this shot, but depending on what you want to do, there's those two builds and two ways to make free PEDs from the beginning. I hope you liked it, guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I will do my best to answer it in another video or in a comment. Talk to you later.